I really hate to say this, but most new MSPs don't fail because they don't have the technical skills. They fail because they don't run their business properly. And in this video, I'm going to be covering 6 of the most common reasons I see MSPs fail. And this goes for mainly new MSPs, but over the course of the last 2 years, we've been able to help 275,000 MSPs on YouTube. I have had quite literally thousands of phone calls with many of you, right? And you've probably booked time on the calendar. I've also been able to follow up and talk to people deeper as they get through the journey and see why they're actually failing. And in this video is quite literally a compilation of why they keep failing in their business or they're not growing to the rate that they actually want to grow through. And I hope by the end of this video, you can take everything that you've learned and implement it and move in the right direction. How are you doing? My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs grow, whether it's sales training, marketing training, or some business operations. Before I get into today's video, I would like to jump directly into my computer here and just say go check out our website, growth-generators.com. There's going to be some super helpful links down below. We have our programs, about us, services, resources. But truly, if you could head over to our podcast, and by the way, there's tons of free resources, growth-generators.com/resources. But if you could head over to the podcast, I love one of you. One of you guys gave a 5-star review. I appreciate the heck out of you. But if you could go over there, just give it a 5-star review, assuming you like this type of content. If you're like, Harrison, I don't want to listen to you any more than I have to, I totally get it. But if you could go check out the podcast, maybe listen to a couple episodes, and there are podcast only episodes, by the way, I would truly, truly appreciate it. So let's get into today's video. I'm not even going to skip a beat on this one. The number one reason I truly see MSPs fail is they are not tracking their leads or sales activities. Now, if you're like, Harrison, I don't get any leads, that's okay. You can buy leads, you can buy contact information to cold call. But there is some crazy epidemic out there, if that's even the right word for it, where people are not tracking who they talk to, when they're following up, what their conversations were. They are not using a CRM. Many of you know I love Go High Level, and I don't care if you use Go High Level. Heck, I don't care what platform you use. If you want to get Go High Level, there's an affiliate link down below. It also comes with MSP Heroes, but I use Go High Level. You can use Go High Level, HubSpot, whatever it is. You need to track your leads and sales activities. If you think that you can get away with an Excel sheet, you might be able to for a couple weeks, but that is a nightmare. Keeping it updated, remembering the conversations, all of that needs to be stored in one place. HubSpot has a free version. Their paid versions are extremely overpriced, in my opinion, at this point. But if you are like Harrison, I'm not closing deals. I can almost guarantee you you're not following up. You're probably going out to networking events. You're getting business cards. That's literally 90% of the battle. But you have to pick up the phone, call these people, track the conversations that you're having, track the people that mention that they might be interested. Listen for people that have said kind of keywords that would perk your ears up to say, I need to go speak to that person or I need to go follow up with them. It is crazy to see and hear how many of you guys are not following up with your leads. It is absolutely the number one thing that I see. Not only are you not following, you don't have a system to follow up. You have no sales system built out. If you don't have a sales system built out, truly go to growth-generators.com/resources, scroll almost to the bottom, and you're going to see our free battle card. Boom, right there. And heck, our favorite CRM is right next to it, right? But grab the battle card. It lays out the process you need to build out. You can build a CRM in a free software until you have the finances to get a better CRM. But please, please, please start tracking your sales activity. It is quite literally not allowing you to grow. Number two is the amount of people that don't follow some kind of program. I see MSPs all the time. They join programs, they sign up for something, and then they don't use it or they don't go. It is crazy to me. Yes, do we offer a membership? Absolutely. The very few people that haven't continued with the membership, their websites or their websites, their businesses are not growing. We get competitors clients that come to us, and every system is great in their own way. It's your job to find the program that works best for you. You can absolutely go about it on your own and try to figure it out. That's, in my opinion, the harder way to go about it. But the craziest part is you have to follow it. Find out what you like, see who offers what you like, and follow that program. If you suck at sales, find sales training, learn it, and implement it. If you suck at marketing, same thing. If you're looking for mentorship, that's our big differentiator is mentorship, and we offer a CRM. But it doesn't matter if it's my program or anybody's program. There's plenty of great people out there teaching fantastic information, but you have to commit to the program and implement it. You're never going to grow if you don't actually do that part of the process, and give it time. Come out with expectations of saying, where am I going to be in 6 months or 1 year? Rome was not built in a day, neither is your MSP. If you don't want to go through anybody's program and you're like, I don't want to do any of that, at the bare minimum, find a mentor or an accountability partner that can hold you accountable throughout this process. Number three, and in my opinion, this is absolutely number three, but this is the most common one I see. Stop chasing shiny objects, especially because it's proactively causing you to take longer on things. You are procrastinating. You are proactively procrastinating. I can't tell you how many times I see people obsessing over getting the right plugin for their WordPress website, or worried about what website builder they're using, or they're going through and they're like, I need this software. It's going to change my business. It doesn't matter if it's an RMM tool, a PSA tool, a CRM. Find one and just stick to it. Yes, making a decision like this is not the easiest thing in the world, but another program is not going to make you succeed more. Finding your leads, calling those leads, and tracking them is. You don't need to keep subscribing and buying new software. I feel like somebody's going to show up at my door one day and yell at me about this because it's just rampant. Does Canva do everything I need it to do? Absolutely not. Does it do 90% of what I need? Yeah, it's close enough. It gets the job done. It's every single platform out there. I love SuperOps. Some people aren't going to love SuperOps. Find which one works for you and just stick with it until your contract's up, and then worry about migrating down the road. You don't need another tool. Success isn't about doing 100 things once. It's about doing a few things consistently over time. That is truly what success is, especially when it comes to your business. On top of shiny object syndrome, people aren't using their tools properly, which is number four. Oh my goodness. The amount of people that buy softwares, PSA, RMM, whatever it is, CRM, the amount of people that don't actually use it is insane. Learn the software that you have. Stop fantasizing. I know it's hard because I was there too. Just start using it. Learn it. It will do you wonders. They wouldn't be in business if they weren't helping tons of other people, right? Just commit to the software and commit to using it and learning it and implementing it effectively. This falls in line with the CRM. The amount of people that are not tracking their leads and then marketing to their leads and following up with their leads is insane to me. I promise you, it's not that bad, but you absolutely need to learn how to use the system. Even people's PSAs and RMM tools and all the other shiny tools that we can get, the amount of people that buy them and don't fully learn what they're capable of, and then immediately go out and get another shiny object to fill the little void that might not even exist. If you are paying for it, learn it inside and out. It is going to take time to get good at these things. Number five, you are not giving your strategies enough time to work out. Now, this is across the board, but MSPs give up way too early on SEO, on LinkedIn outreach, on email marketing, cold calling, whatever strategy it is. You are giving up way too early. There's a book called Think and Grow Rich. It's a fantastic book. And in that book, they specifically mention success is always right around the corner. It's just opening that next door. And the amount of people that are tired of opening doors to realize that the next door could be quite literally the one that leads them to success is insane. It takes a while to implement strategy. It takes a while to learn the MSP business, right? You have to give it time, just like everything else. The softwares that you have to plan for 6 to 12 months before reevaluating your strategy. Prime example of a real world case. I'm a decent golfer. Nothing great, not horrible, not going to embarrass myself. People don't mind bringing me out to the golf course, right? Or going out to the golf course with me because I'm not going to spend the whole time looking for my ball. I might lose a couple, but I'm not horrible, right? It's important because if I just played a couple times and was like, this isn't for me, I would never have gotten to where I am. And I don't play golf for a living. It takes time to say, hey, you know what? I'm doing this right. I'm doing this wrong. You know what? Maybe I should focus on this. Maybe I should invest in slightly better clubs. They might help me, right? But as you invest the time and energy and effort, you'll start to see where the vulnerabilities are. As a business, you are going to constantly be changing. You have to give it time. Even when you're hiring an employee, it takes time to get them up to speed. It may take a few months. You can't hire them in a weekend. You're like, I hired the worst employee ever. I can't believe I messed up this bad. Give it time. Track progress with real data, not the emotions or the thoughts that you're going to have. The data will point you in the right direction. But if you quit too soon, you'll never see the compounding effect of the long term efforts. And that is so true. It doesn't matter what strategy it is quite literally all over the place. So you have to give enough time for all of these. And then number six, a little bonus here. You need to make sure that you understand the numbers. Actually, I'm going to give you two bonuses because everyone knows that the golden nuggets are at the end. And by the way, if you've made it this far in the video, please hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. You have to understand your numbers, profit margins, costs, and pricing. Now, pricing is probably the most debated topic in the MSP world. I'm working on pricing videos. I'm working on revamping our already pretty sweet calculator inside of the membership. If you want to grab a calculator, quite literally, you can head over to our website, free pricing masterclass. I should probably put in there that it comes with a pricing calculator. About 20 minutes in, you'll get a calculator in your inbox. It is truly incredible, in my opinion. We put a lot of work into it, and the advanced one's even better. But you have to know your money. It's super, super important to know your money, how much to charge, what you actually are spending your money on, what adds up to all of this, right? And what numbers could you be at for your customers, right? If your margins are under, I don't know, let's say 50%, you might be in trouble, but you're never gonna know anything without tracking it, right? The amount of people that don't say, you know what, it costs me this much per seat and this much per endpoint and so on and so forth. Okay, my fixed cost is $25 a seat. I also know I'm going to be spending an hour or two per month on that computer. Let's say we'll bill out at $55 an hour. So that means, right, you need to charge 25 plus 55, right? $80 per computer per month just for that. Now that might be on the low end and you might want to come up with slightly different numbers, but it's super important to know your numbers and across the board, especially as you grow, because you'll figure out if you're profitable or not profitable. And the amount of MSPs that don't know if they're profitable is staggering. And bonus tip number two, we're going to seven here. I'm sorry. We're going to seven. You have to know who your target customer is. If you haven't gone through yet and checked out the buyer persona, there's a free buyer persona somewhere in here, buyer persona template. Scroll to the bottom, free buyer persona template, grab it and use it. But the amount of people that don't know who their buyer persona is, not only that, but if they don't know who their target customer is, they're making super generic content. It literally happened in today's call with somebody. They're like, I've given this presentation so many times and I'm not converting. And I looked at it, I go, this is so generic. It's not hyper targeted towards your dream customer. The person on the other end, their eyes are going to glaze right over. It's not exciting. It's not tailored to them. They don't feel like it's personalized. You're just stamping it out on an assembly line. Knowing who your dream customer is, their pain points, what they need help with, where you could help them, right? The operational inefficiencies that they're having, only you can solve by knowing your dream customer like the back of your hand, and you will grow infinitely successful. But you have to know who that dream customer is. If you don't, you can be in some hot water. I hope you guys found some value in this video. I hope you guys take these lessons, learn from them, and change the way you're running an MSP, because I truly believe that if you at least take these 7, there's a whole longer list I made, but these are what I would consider the most important 7. You'll be so much more successful than anybody else. You won't have to worry about failing in your MSP, and take action throughout this entire process. I promise you, you can do it. If you need help, there are links in the video description down below. If you've made it this far, like button, subscribe button, notification bell. And for the real ones out there that make it all the way to the end of the video and comment in the morning, first or early, I have a special place in my heart for you guys. I love you more than everybody else. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.